Hello and welcome to Maths 44 Plays Satisfactory. We're going to start in the basic area. I'm not going to skip anything, no advanced game settings or anything like that. We're just going to go in, and basically the goal of this series is to launch the rocket. That's all I want to do. I think there's two intros. We have the standard intro and the Fixmas intro. It's a very interesting story. It leaves just enough to the imagination. It gives you a little bit to sink your teeth into, but that's like another layer of the game which doesn't really interact with the gameplay at all. Oh yeah. Very, very crazy stuff. Summer's loops. Or is it a summer sloop? Who knows? I don't know how to pronounce it really. But here we go, on down to the planet. It takes a little bit of setup to get, the first supply lines going and stuff. Contraptions? Builds? Whatever you want to call them. But yeah, we'll work our way through all of the tiers, make a bunch of all the materials, and hopefully get to the space elevator. There's lots to do actually in Satisfactory, because it's not just a case of getting the materials. You also have to do a little bit of exploration to find all of the Summers loops and the other special material. And we also need to get a little bit of weaponry, because the animals do some damage. And also movement becomes very nice at some point as well. But here we go, stepping onto the world. Probably the first thing to do is make sure we're grabbing up a bunch of leaves. These are how we get the initial fuel source. I don't think we get biofuel straight away, but we get leaves which can be burned and then eventually turned into the biofuel stuff. We've got our first little bits of ore over here that we'll be using to turn into materials. Let's equip the zapper. And here's the first animal. They're not too hard. I don't know if there's a difficulty on the game. I don't remember setting a difficulty. Okay. He's trying to make us dizzy. Boom. Right. Yeah, let's get some ore going. I think we definitely cracked that first. I should have followed the instructions. The first thing you meant to do is dismantle the drop pod, and I was heading straight to get some mining going. And one of the best things about Satisfactory is that the movement is so satisfying. This game has no business being this good with movement. There's whole games dedicated to movement that's not as fun as the slide jumping that you can do here. But yeah, let's get this. Let's dismantle that and head back to those resources over there. Blue power slug. Gotta collect all of these that we see throughout the game. I don't know if it's worth leaving them early and then going on a massive collect later, or if I should just collect everything that I see as I come across it. Not 100%. I think the platinum trophy involves collecting all of the slugs and the summers loops and those purple things. A little bit of mining. That's fine. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Build gun is on Q. We'll get the hub down. It's probably not going to stay here, but I'll put it down for now. Yes, Ada. Yes, Ada. We got you. Alright, what we got here? So we get some early iron, and it takes a while to begin with. There's a lot of handcrafting that's going to have to go on. Pretty soon we'll have the ingots automated and the plates and rods. What was over here as well? This just wanted some 10 of these, right? Hold it down. That's all you have to do. Very quick. Boom. First hub upgrade. Slide them in if you can hit the target there. And we got the first upgrade, which is nice. So after grabbing just a bit more of the iron, we get access to the equipment workshop, which will hopefully let us get this, which needs 2 more plates. Very easy to do. And that lets you get the portable miner. And we'll probably want a couple of these to begin with. And then I think all you have to do is put this into the hand equipment, and then you can place it down. So hopefully now we'll never ever have to mine the iron ore again. We can just grab it. So you get the ore, and basically we're just gonna craft up a bunch more of this, which at the ingots that is, which will let us move on to the next stage of the game. Okay, now we've got enough materials. We give it in, we do the upgrade, and we get tier upgrade 2. And I think that adds power to the back here, which is very nice. So I can put leaves in here. The next goal that it wants you to do is just to get to phase 0 here. We just need a bit of copper this time, and of course more iron. And copper's fine. What we should do is take this, pick it up along with all the iron that's inside, and take it over to copper. And I believe there's some pretty close. Yeah, it's over this way. I'll maybe do a little bit of hand mining as well, just to speed up the process here. So this is going to start mining, and I'm going to start mining, and I'll just grab like 100 or so, just enough to get us going to the next stage. Oh, I forgot we got the smelter already. I can get this working straight away. Let me do this. All of this may be moved later. I might not move the first setup. We could just set up somewhere else later on and just move the hub instead. We just have to craft up a quick power line, 3 cables. That should be more than enough. And connect this up to there. He's got some leaves in. Let me put some more in. Not a whole amount, because these might convert down later into more efficient fuel. Get some iron going, and we just chuck a full stack in. I don't think I need to bring it out yet, and I don't think I even can bring it out yet. Can I craft another one of these? I sure can. Oh, you can't actually connect any more up here this early on, because we can't craft any power lines, but that's coming soon. So at least this is crafting iron ingots for me, which is nice, and then that lets me focus. Well, you know, it skips a step in the process. Now I don't have to do the first step of doing the iron. So that is all the ingredients I need for hub upgrade 3. Very quick, very good. And we'll quickly be getting to some conveyor belts. What is important is that I go grab a full stack of copper again, and then that should hook me up again for a little bit. I definitely want to bring the copper over, probably just with a long conveyor belt. It's going to take some materials moving stuff around, but you've only got to do it once. And then you're good. Once I've got copper available over there, I can stop worrying about it too much. Let's open this, grab it all. Cool. Oh, limestone. I just pinged on the way back. And there's some quite near, so that's alright. An early concrete line is very important. You don't need too much concrete throughout the game. I guess there's some alternate recipes that are pretty good that use concrete. I think really the most important thing is that we get to some good power, meaning coal, because I don't want to spend too much time gathering leaves to chuck into here, because you can see how it's just chewed through what we already put in there. What's the next hub upgrade requiring? Yeah, that's all good stuff. That's very easy to do. Basically, we just wait on this thing. I might even switch this. If I take all of these out, take it all and switch it to copper and get that going. Nice. And then I can just basically turn, if I track this, convert all the stuff I need down into the materials that I need. Yeah, concrete. Okay, concrete's bad. Equipment workshop, portable miner. Yeah, I'll make one of those and go put it on the concrete and get that going. And that's basically all of the early game materials, like already accessible. Oh, the movement's so good. What do I have? I had this. Stick that down, and then this is going to be making concrete. I'll probably stay here until I get enough to at least get this next hub upgrade done. Oh, 1 piece of concrete lets me put one of these down. Dismantle mode, that's it. Boom. So I can have one for the copper and one for the iron. Shove all of that in. Oh, we are chugging. Let me put some wood in here maybe instead. How quick does that go? That's okay. That burns a lot longer. So you could skip this section of the game. It does give you that option. If I was doing multiple playthroughs of the game, if I wanted to do it differently, then I probably would do that. But I think if you've been away for a while, it does make sense to do this early few milestones, because even though it takes a little while, it kind of gets you back up to speed with the basics of the game. Definitely need a lot more iron than I thought to get to the hub upgrade 4, but that's fine because we've got a little bit of automation going. This is crafting iron for me. Okay, so we got enough now. Pop these into here, and that gets us ready for hub upgrade 4. Look at that. Ada's going to start talking, but I'm going to skip it. So to get to the miners, which is the most important bit, it's basically just more of the same. We get a few more upgrade slots. Upgrade slots are really nice because you don't start with much here. So what I need to do is make sure this is fueled, which, okay, that's probably going to last. Collect all of the resources. I should have plenty of concrete now as well. But what did I actually get there? Constructor and conveyor belts, which means instead of actually crafting some of the stuff that I need, I could automate it instead. Alright, so let's get the first constructor down here. Get it in line, just like that. A conveyor belt from here, which I should have just enough. And then once I get all this powered up, once again, boom, 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 like that. And now, if I set this to iron rods, I'm automatically creating iron rods, which means all I need to do is get 50 cables, and I should have more than enough of that. Yeah, we should be able to get the miners, automatic miners, very quickly here, which is nice. Once this hits 75, and I'll probably make a few more because I always need iron rods for stuff. Shift click these in, that's all done. Hub upgrade 5. Here comes Ada, but I do want this thing, the miner mark 1. I can make 2, so let's do that. Oh, the other ones are over there, so I can only build 1 for now. Can I get it in line? Not really. Oh, there goes the power. Feed that in. And now we've got auto pipes. As simple as that. Alright, so hook up both generators to the power. Put that one in, and then this can power all 3 of these. That means I'm getting a bunch of the iron rods still, and I'm getting copper. You very quickly want to scale up. But I think the fuel is the issue right now because it's going to burn through the leaves very quick. Biomass burner. So we need to get this, and this is all fine. I can probably do that one by hand, even though I don't really want to. These are going to happen automatically, and then these are very easy. So let me get all that stuff. Ah, you know what? This machine won't work if you don't hook it up to power. There you go. Now that's going to start automatically producing this. Alright, so we've got all of this stuff now, and we finally make it to this section of the game. Hub upgrade 6. Hub upgrade 6. Let me begin by taking out all of the fuel and immediately converting it into biomass. I think that is a much better choice. 6 times roughly the increase that you get of efficiency of the biomass, and for the wood it's probably similar. Doing this makes your fuel last a lot longer. Very, very worth doing. Now I can shove this in, and do I need to worry about my consumption here once we restart? But we restart the system. This has a capacity of 40 megawatts, so we've got some room to work with before we have to add some more of the burners. Logistics, so that might be a good one to begin with. I think we want obstacle clearing to get the fuel. Oh yeah, solid biofuel, that's even better than the other biofuel. Second miner up and running, and I'm just going to switch this one to iron. I'll move the copper one over there. Of course, get this piping directly in, get some power going somewhere. Early builds here. We don't need to be too particular about this starting little section. This is basically going to get me the resources to get to the more complex crafts that we need in the hub. Yeah, this is going. It's going to go into here, which is going to be iron. Okay, that's the only place I can put it. That's fine. So that's going to go in. Again, this is going to look ugly. It's going to look so ugly, but don't worry about that. Do not worry. It all gets upgraded. Get the iron rods going there. So now I've got both iron rods, iron plates being made, iron rods being made, and I think I've made enough so that I can make 2 more constructors. We run in power lines. Connect to that. And put them as far. Wow, that stretches so far. Okay, that's nice. Lovely stuff. Put that directly into a constructor. Ah, missing cables. Alright, here we go. Constructor out. Conveyor belt in. And then straight into a storage container, because I do want to have a lot of concrete available for building like floors and stuff later. Well, we can hook it up, but I need to go back to make more cables. It's fine though. This is now producing limestone. It's going to send it into here, which is going to be building concrete. Yep. 1 concrete. Boom. That's just going to keep ticking away now forever. I can get another miner down if I grab this. Takes a second to get used to the buttons again. For the coal, I'm tempted actually. Instead, can it reach? No, there's no way that reaches. It's gonna use materials, but I think I want the cable available all the way over there at the base, so I'll run a conveyor belt over that way. The thing with this is I don't want to be transporting like ore around, so I want to smelt it at the source. So let's get a smelter. Let's pop that down as well, something like that, and run it like that. Seems good to me. Yeah, we'll make things look a lot tidier than we are initially, but just to get set up, I think you have to go through a stage like this because you just don't have the materials. The power grid shut down, so that's overloaded the power grid, which means we need to put down a biomass burner. I think that was expected. These two biomass burners here only output, I think it said 20 megawatts, whereas the ones that you craft, this one outputs 30. So it's 50% better than the ones that you get on there. So these biomass burners are really good and they'll last a long time. And now we've got a capacity of 70 and our maximum consumption, if everything active, 44. Maths 44. I think the idea is you never really want to store a bunch of stuff. You want everything to be crafted. It's all about throughput, not about storing stuff in chests like this. This setup's going to have to change pretty soon once we get logistics splitters as well, because what happens early on is that this machine here can output 60 copper ore per minute. The smelter only takes in 30. So what I need to do is split this line so I get another conveyor belt coming off into another smelter and take maximum advantage of this miner, and also we'll recombine that as well onto the belt. But yeah, let's get this belt sending way back, just a section at a time. I quite like how easy it is as well to build quite far. Let's have a little bend just like that and send it just along with the power line. Doesn't look great, but we can... I don't think we'll be staying here long term in this area, probably. Maybe some early contraptions to get started with a space rocket thingy, but I think we want to build the space rocket somewhere else, which is going to look nice. There we go. Get that, making some cables, some wire, and there comes the iron. Very nice. That's going to come in here. It's going to create wire. Do I do another one? Do it directly into cable? Because I do need a lot of cable. I also need a wire for the poles. Oh yeah, I forgot you can use the middle click as like a dropper thingy. To, if I wanted to build another miner, I can middle click and it instantly appears. So that's really good. All in all, we have rods, plates, concrete and cable all being automatically created. Logistics makes sense because this improves the amount of stuff that I'm getting pretty quickly, but I will want this one pretty soon as well. Alright, we've got the logistics up and running, I think. That doesn't shift click in all the time. Let's launch. Oh, it's the first launch.
Milestone reached.
Look at that.
Conveyor belts can now merge, split,
really good.
save...
Alright, so this should be pretty easy to set up. We've now got logistics, so all I need to do is split this. Can it actually fit? No. Yes. Doesn't look great, but if it works, it works. Does it work? Yes, it works. Nice. Now I can do another smelter. Okay, another smelter. Is it powered? Yep, now it is. And then you just need a merger. Pretty easy. Other one, merger. Stick that anywhere on this line. Output from here, straight into there. And now, once I set this, that's easy to forget to set this to also produce copper. But once it is, now we've got 60 per minute being produced here. Whoops, and then 2 smelters at 60 per minute. Now we've got 60 copper per minute coming into the base, which I can do whatever I want with. Very nice. Let's just check how much concrete we've made in this time. I can do the same thing with concrete, but I might not. I might just leave this running as it is, because I don't need too much. Got a stack of 100 there, which is exactly what I need actually to get the next section. How many cables? That's building up. By the time I craft the nails, I might have enough. Oh yeah, and why? Well, because 60 per minute is now coming in. I think I've got enough space on the network. Oh yeah, bind, hover plus 4. There you go. Now you just got to look at the arrows to make sure it's going in the right way. Something like that. Yeah, and it's not lined up, which does annoy me a little bit. And also, the build mode I could set to straight to make it look a little nicer. But normally I do that once I get a nice little building going. So that's 60 wire per minute now. And this can take 60 wire, so I can take the other one, the merger, get that going like that, output this into there, and suddenly the cable that we're getting is going to be really nice once this is linked up. And listen to that beautiful sound of machines working, and look at the cable. Once I finish this milestone, that's when I can really amp up the production of biofuel. Alright, there we go. Next milestone done. Launch that pod. So it doesn't look amazing to begin with. I should probably get way more concrete, to be honest, and get started on having a little building to work with. But what this upgrade has just done, I can now hopefully build a chainsaw. Boom. Chainsaw acquired. I think it might also need fuel. Yeah, biofuel. These birds make me nervous. Alright, so I crafted some... Well, I gathered the leaves, got some biofuel. Very nice. And now, I get the chainsaw. Boom. How much wood is that? 14 wood. And also leaves each time. So basically, at this point in the game is where I go on a massive wood spree. I'll go collect a load of wood and come back in the next episode with some more Satisfactory, some more automation.